Now, what's the whole screenshot about Harry O allegedly cooperating?
Yeah.
So you and Whack 100 had the same screenshot. And I think Whack 100 talked about that in my show last time. And, me and Harry O, it was a weird kind of back and forth because remember I called him and I'm like, oh, it's Vlad. Oh, what's up, man? Interested in doing an interview. Okay, cool. I'm gonna talk to my people. I'll get back to you today. That he never answered his phone after that. And I'm just like, what's the point of doing that? Like you're causing undue just negativity for no good reason. If you don't want to do it, just tell me you don't want to do it. But just sit there and just not ignore, like I called him from multiple phones just to see what happened. And sure enough, I think I was blocked on the first phone because the other one rang. But the other day, you don't have to do an interview with me, but you should try to maintain good relationships with the media because then conversations like this end up occurring. And if we don't have a good, relationship with you, we can't really shield you from this kind of stuff or give you the heads up or whatever else. So what exactly is this paperwork that you're referring to?
Well, all the paperwork is just showing that he had denied ever going down and was cooperating with the federal agents. And all that paperwork just shows that he was going back and forth at the grand jury. There was a grand jury convened against Death Row for racketeering and the drug money has been launched into it and all of that. What was said in that grand jury and all of that, I don't know. All I know at the end of the day, all we were found guilty of, because I personally had Suge Knight's father go down and take the plea on behalf of the company, and all he got was found for a misdemeanor, failing to file taxes during a timely manner. And they gave him, the corporation, a misdemeanor conviction. I guess that's just for the government to get. Suge, but on Suge's side, he got paid out $4.5 million by his accounting firm, Gelfand, for failing to do that and for putting him in that situation. Suge's, all his taxes and everything has been paid. Unfortunately, during the bankruptcy, all of that stuff got taken care of. That's why a lot of his creditors wasn't able to get him taken care of. But all of that, of course, we all know the government get taken care of first. And so they got their money. But, I'd be shitting on Harry O and all that. This is a man, I took it personal because I corlingled some of my funds and stuff with Suge when I was running from Suge. I purchased a building from him, and and they knew that my personal house wasn't purchased, illegally with no Death Row money. It was from the money I made from my security company and all of that. But they tried to go, I had to go and defend myself to prove that, hey, stop trying to go after my house. If Suge wouldn't have filed bankruptcy, who knows what would have happened where they were trying to go at my little $2 million house that I had at the time. And so that's why, only reason that I have any anything towards Harry O. And other than I hate being called a lie, Wack pretty much on his exposure show told me, hey, Reggie, if you ain't got no paperwork, then you can't be calling nobody an informant or a snitch. And so I couldn't get the grand jury transcripts, but the most I can show is paperwork with him going back and forth, meeting with the people that were in charge of the grand jury.
Well, does that actually prove that he cooperated just because you had a meeting?
Why would they bring you 3 or 4 times if you was just saying, I have nothing to say? I take the fill. You might get one transport out, but 3 times?
I see what you're saying. Now,
and we all know it. That we had gotten information from other people, such as Rick James, a person we spoke on earlier episode. He went down there and testified with the grand jury, So we knew what was going on. Jewel, she went and testified before the grand jury. Pretty much anybody that was on that show, Welcome to Death Row, actually was working with Harry O during that time period.